It's Jamila from Buy Pink again, and today I am going to show you guys how I made these two-toned or double-layered or whatever you want to call them coffee mugs for my girls. They needed something for hot cocoa. I just got this cool new Cricut mug press and I had this idea in my head, so I wanted to give it a shot. And I'm going to show you guys step by step how I did it. Before I get started, go ahead and smash the subscribe button if you already haven't, and turn on the bell notification so that you. So the first thing I did was I went into Cricut Design Space and I grabbed the blank mug template. If you haven't checked it out before, there are tons of templates already in Cricut Design Space for you to use for your mugs, but because I had this idea in my head and I wanted to design my own mug, I just chose the blank template. Make sure that you choose the correct sizing for your mug. The next thing I did was I took that the green part or the design part and I duplicated it into 2 layers. And I did this because I knew I wanted to use 2 different patterns for my mugs. I went ahead and changed the color of the second pattern. I knew I was making these mugs for my kids to use for cocoa, so I went into images and just typed in the word hot to see if I saw anything that caught my eye. And I did. This first one here was the one that I ended up choosing. So I just lined the image up where I wanted it, and then duplicate it twice so that I had 3 of that images. I select them all and then I align them to center with each other and then click weld. So now those 3 images are one image. I positioned and made it a little bigger to fit where I want. Next, go ahead and duplicate your welded image and align them on top of each other. From there, you're going to select one of the images and one of the rectangle layers and then click slice and do the same with the other one. And now you have your words cut out in both blocks. And we're done with the design. So you can go ahead and click make from here. Actually, a step I forgot was to attach the template or the mug wrap to my rectangle blocks or to my design. So what I did was I went ahead and chose the mat that I was going to use. I cut this out with my Cricut Joy. So after choosing my mat, I just moved the pieces where I needed them to go on the mats. And because I did 3 of them, I just moved everything to one mat and cut them out. If you were only doing one of these, you would only attach one of the designs to the Cricut, the wrap template. But with me doing 3, I needed 3 different colors, so it worked out. Whichever way you do it, just make sure that you have the text aligned. Follow the remaining prompts on your screen and get your image cut out. Once you have it cut out, you can go ahead and weed or crack and peel the negative areas. You want to be careful not to lose any of the pieces because a lot of or some of them you will be transferring to another sheet. And you see me here carefully removing a layer from the bottom portion of one design and putting it on to the bottom portion of the other design. And I also swapped out the inner parts of my letters with the opposite design too. Repeat this process as many times as you need to get your designs put together the way you want them to be put together. Now that all the transfers are ready to go, grab your mug and using a lint roller, just brush it to make sure that there's no um, fibers or anything on it that would cause your transfer to be messed up. Line the transfer up on your mug so that it goes around the cup or the mug evenly, and pressing it down as you go around so that it is nice and tight and secure. The only thing that I did that I did not like is once my mugs are pressed, you can see a small gap between the two different patterns of design. But what I would do is go ahead and just bring those two designs in a little bit closer. You can add heat tape to the top and bottom if you wanted to, but as you'll be able to see once I unwrap the mug to that I didn't need the heat tape on the top or the bottom. When the mug is done or you hear the mug press beep, go ahead and remove your mug from the mug press, and my wrap was already coming off, but make sure to let it cool completely or you will burn yourself. Again, repeat the process with any remaining cups or mugs. Once the mug has completely cooled, you can then take off your transfer. I had to put a little bit of heat tape here to keep it closed. I didn't want to stay closed for this mug. But remove the transfer, and that's it. Your mug is done. And you have this cool two-toned or two-design mug. My kids love these mugs. Like I said, the only thing that I disliked was the fact that you can kind of see a little bit of a line where I didn't quite line up the designs properly, but all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with them. Properly, but all in all,